Hey, it's Rev. I make music as Summer Starved. In this video today, I want to show you the beauty, the wonder of Sound Toys' Little Altar Boy. It is a pitch shifting, voice modulating wonder work. Wonder work? Yeah, it works. Wonders. That's right, it's a wonder work. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how I use it and some interesting ways to wow out your sound. So we're here in Ableton, and I have this little vocal sample that I have from a recording I made back in 2013. Find me now, I'm sinking. It's just the isolated vocal. Upon the salted sea. And then I have this kind of drum part that I have. And all my family's thinking. Okay, so just a basic little few tracks. So what I want to do here is what I'm going to do is start a new track. So Command T, it's a new audio track, and I haven't grouped into this audio track, which is Vogue. Let me bring all this down a little bit so you're just focusing here. And I'll take the auto filter off for now. So this track here, I'm going to label it. So Command R and just call that Alter 1. So this is going to be the first instance of how we alter the vocal with the Little Altar Boy. So I'm going into here to Sound Toys, and I'm going to drop that onto Alter 1. So what I want to do is send the vocals from this channel 2 into 3, and then 3 will process it. So I'll open this audio from and send audio from Vox lead 1. So what I have here is basically when I play it, I set the monitor to in, so I'll hear it being coming through both of those these two audio channels. And if I take the volume down on the first one, I'll take the drums off for a second. Both of them die. A little phasey. So one thing you can do here is audio from, and you can choose pre-effects, post-effects, or post-filter. This would just be the raw audio before it's affected at all. There's no real effects on this one, but if you were to do that and you wanted the raw audio, you could do that. Or if you were to affect the first one, you could do post-effects. And then this is post-mixer, which means any volume automation you do on this one will affect this channel too. What I want is this audio raw, so coming in like that. So when I play it, the volume it's basically coming right in from the first channel. So I'll show you the Little Altar Boy a little bit how it works. It's a pretty cool pitch modulation thing, and I'll just mess around with it a little bit. Find me now, I'm sinking upon the salted sea. So you can change the pitch in that way. So what I'd like to do is start messing around with the pitch as it's playing. And the way you do that is you could do it with your mouse, but what I'm going to do is set up a new MIDI track. Control Command Shift T to do a new MIDI track, and it's receiving MIDI data from my keyboard, and I can tell this MIDI track, I'll just say Alter 1 MIDI, and from this output here, I can tell that to go to Alter 1, and it will now Little Altar Boy, the VST, the plugin, actually receives information from my keyboard. So now I can play it almost as a vocoder. So let's see what that sounds like. Find me now, I'm sinking upon the salted sea. That's cool, 7.
And all my family's thinking.
Cool. So you can start to mess around and just change the pitch at times. So what I want to do is hit record here and then record in a little pass to see how it sounds.
Find me now, I'm sinking upon the salted sea.
That's weird.
And all my family's thinking wayward thoughts of me.
So yeah, when I play it back now, I'm going to make sure that this monitor is on auto. You'll see. Here's the MIDI data I just played in. And if I open up Little Altar Boy, you'll see it be moving around.
And all my family's thinking.
That's cool there. Oh, my family.
Wayward thoughts of me.
Cool. So that is sort of how you do it. I had this little MIDI I worked on earlier that I liked how it turned out. So let's just play that in. These are the notes, and we'll hear it.
Find me now, I'm sinking.
A little hot.
Upon the salted sea. And all my family's thinking wayward thoughts.
Okay, so I'm starting to affect that, and I did a little bit of a reverb send of that first one. What I like about this is you can see this here is 16 bars, that vocal, the original one. And what I have, the first MIDI channel that's going into altar 1. So I'm just going to group these two so we don't get confused and just call this all together altar 1. That is sort of confusing. This is actually only going for 6 bars. So what that's doing is kind of creating this round robin effect where the pitch is kind of shifting at different times. So it creates a little bit more texture and unpredictability. So what I'd like to do next is actually repeat that and then set it at a different MIDI note to control Little Altar Boy. So what I'll do here is do the same effect. So I'll just say this is Altar Vox 2, and then I'll set the input to the original audio. There we go. Pre FX, and then I'll drop in an instance of Little Altar Boy on there, and that's good to go. I will set up again another MIDI track, and this MIDI is going to go to Altar Vox 2. And I have another clip here that I did earlier. So let's see what that sounds like when I do that. I'll label this Altar MIDI. Okay, cool. And then I will just group those in so we don't, again, I'm already confused, man. I don't even know how y'all are following along, if you are. So now we have basically 2 instances of Altar Boy being manipulated by MIDI data. Here, I just have this MIDI data controlling this Altar 2. I'll solo that. It's basically just going in between these 2 notes. If you see here on this instance, you'll see it's just flipping. Bum, 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 beat.
And all my family's thinking
Bring in the original audio.
wayward thoughts of me.
It's getting trippy, man. So then I'll just go ahead and group both those alters in one massive bus and just call that alter, and then I can affect how loud it is.
Find me now, I'm sinking
My computer is freaking.
upon the salted sea. And all my family's thinking
Bring in this little synth part.
wayward thoughts of me. Find me now, I'm sinking.
So again, it's a little weird, but that's the whole point, and I dig that. And then you can kind of control what's happening on the vocals altogether. So in the vocal bus, I'll just put, so these are just the, it's the original audio and then the two alters. And what I can do there is just set up, I don't know, like a filter so that we can kind of just slowly bring it in over time.
Upon the salted sea. And all my family's thinking
Kill the main vocal. And so when I stop this vocal, because this basically, these two alter channels are taking information from this vocal. So when I stop that, then they won't get any sound going through them either, if that makes sense.
find me now, I'm sinking
Set a little automation on that.
on the salted sea. And all my family's thinking
Cool. So that's a great way that you can use a little alter boy to make some seriously altered sounds. Let me know what you think, if there's anything you want me to go more in depth in, etc. All right, guys, much love. Keep making noise, y'all. Peace.